In space, no one can hear you scream, but you will definitely hear a lot about alien Romulus. Wes, hi everybody, and welcome to another video, and welcome to another review video, my dear friends. Today we are looking at Alien Romulus, and man, what an insane experience it was. So I'm leaving for a work trip later today, so I needed to see it as soon as possible because I don't know if I'll have the chance to see it when I come back. So I went very late at night yesterday, and man, wow. Now, trying to compare it with the first three Alien films is quite obviously ridiculous, the same way you'd compare Rogue One with A New Hope. But I was extremely entertained. Now, I will try to avoid spoilers in this review, but I can't promise you anything. I will try. So as far as the film itself goes, it's a very good film. It's a very well made, very well crafted science fiction horror film that you would expect from an Alien film. Now, I've always said that Alien and Aliens are very different films in the genre really and the atmosphere, whereas Alien by Ridley Scott is a dark, gloomy, broody, chamber atmosphere horror flick where, there is the unknown. The crew of Nostromo, right, are dealing with something that is very rarely on screen. The Aliens is an action flick, straight up, your sci-fi shoot 'em up Space Marines action movie. This is more akin to the first one, to Alien, which has always been my favorite. I've always preferred Alien versus Aliens, but it also takes a lot from basically each and every single Alien film. It takes from Aliens, from Alien Resurrection, and even from Prometheus. Especially in the second half of the film, which I can imagine a lot of people will complain about, but the thing is, I liked Prometheus, so there you go. Now, a lot of people initially, when this was announced and when the trailer came out, and there'll be a lot of people complaining, a lot of people reviewing this film without actually having seen it, so I do recommend you go see it and then form your own opinion, please. The cast of the film is absolutely tremendously great. Now, I also was doubting the fact that, is it really a wise choice to pick young people, as an entire crew, make it teenage? Not really. They are in their 20s, I'd say. The cast, and putting them against, the xenomorphs. And it was a very good decision, and the choice of the actors was tremendous, especially, that's not really a spoiler, come on, it's an Alien film, so we know that there's going to be an android, there's going to be a synthetic. That guy was the best actor in the entire bloody film. What you will get in Alien Romulus as well is a crap ton of member berries. Now, this film refers to so many things. It nods to so many things from Alien and Aliens and the Resurrection and Prometheus. It's insane. Now, I appreciated the fact that they did a lot of practical effects. Now, especially then, and you could tell when something is a puppet and something is CGI, but that's quite obvious, right? Especially when they use the puppets of the face huggers. So there was a scene when the face huggers were just roaming around like a room, a dark section of the space station. And it was like obvious. It looked as if it was taken from an 80s film. It was great. As opposed to that, of course, there was a more action-like scene with facehuggers where they were, jumping around and attacking the people. It was, like you could tell that it was CGI, but they did manage to combine it very well. But the main character, which is that with the woman that you can see on the screen, I could tell they were trying to make her into a Ripley-style character, which I can imagine a lot of people will complain about, once again, but remember, people, please, Ellen Ripley is a female character that everybody is talking about when they are being accused of being, like, sexists or bigots or something like that. Oh, I like strong female characters. I like Ellen Ripley. So if you like Ellen Ripley, do not complain about this character, right? Please. There is basically the same character development, or almost the same character development with this chick, as we were able to observe with Ellen Ripley. And so I was pleasantly surprised and pleasantly, excited I was about the fact that a lot of the actors were British. Had like very strong British accents that made me happy. It's just because I love British people. I mean, I'm Czech, but I've always been fascinated by the British history and the British culture and so on and so forth. So that might be that. So it is a very good alien film. Now, I would say that it's absolutely better than, Resurrection. Well, it's like in the... Actually, it's in the top. Like, really, it was a very good alien film. Now, come to think of it, I don't think you could want me to like rate alien films right now. When I'm thinking about it, I might have to go and rewatch the film again, and maybe 2 times, before I am able to tell you. But what I am able to tell you right now is that I was pleasantly surprised. I was entertained. It was a good film. It was a good alien film. I've got my gripes, obviously, with it. But, and one more thing. A lot of people will be complaining about a character that appeared in the film that was in some or one of the original films, and it was a CGI character. It wasn't the actor, him or herself, in that film. And the role was kind of a big role. The character appeared on screen for a considerable length of time. It was a member berry. It was a fan service scene, or a couple, multiple actually, had a big role in that film. And a lot of people will be complaining about, like, oh, it looked awful. And I've already seen on Twitter, like, oh, it looks like... Yeah, I mean, you couldn't do that 30, 40, 20, bloody 10 years ago, So, just the fact that we are able to get this, like, make people actually come alive again on screen. You might like it or not, but technologically it's fascinating, I mean, you can always tell it's a CGI character. Just remember Tarkin in Rogue One. Now, you could tell it was a CGI character, but it looked bloody good. So, I liked it. So, let me know in the comments down below what you think. Will you go see it? Have you seen it? What's your favorite alien film? Well, mine's the first one, obviously. So yeah, that'll be all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm out of here.